Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Thursday the 13th of October 2022. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to use the Morgan Greer deck for today's reading. Let's see what these cards have to say about Thursday and what the day is going to look like. So let's see. First card is the Seven of Cups, the Six of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. Wow. Okay, so the Queen of Cups is a really benign, positive influence. You can see that this is depicted as this beautiful woman. She's holding this huge kind of goblet. And the Queen of Cups is in charge of the element of water that has to do with love and relationships. And she's someone who genuinely cares. She's an amazing mother and sister and daughter and cousin and in-law and everything. She's able to maintain good relationships. She has respect for other people. She is interested in their well-being, and she's someone who's consistent. So this is the type of person, I suppose, whether it's male or female, who everyone wants in their life, because really it's someone who's honest and trustworthy. And the nice thing about this day is that you feel like the Queen of Cups is your spirit guide. The energy is kind of hovering around you. So either you exude love or this positivity towards other people, or you feel like something comes over you and you yourself feel taken care of and warm and fuzzy inside. So the Queen then oversees anything that you're trying to figure out for yourself, what direction you're supposed to go in life, what's really important to you. The Seven of Cups is a card that usually depicts someone in the dark here in the front. The body is totally like blacked out, and he or she is looking at these seven cups, and each one represents a different human goal or desire that seems to be popular. So power or wealth or wisdom. And the Seven of Cups is this process of standing back for a second before taking action, getting creative and saying, okay, what is it that's actually important to me? And really, even more so than just these seven options, are these really going to make me happy? And the Queen of Cups being in charge of the Suit of Cups, we've got seven of these here. She allows you to look at, I feel, what you've been doing so far, and to answer that question. Has this made me happy? Does it make me happy? And only you can answer that. You know, for some people, being a famous film star is going to make them happy. Other people will really suffer in that situation. So you can't say that there's a one-size-fits-all, or that certain things which would make the majority unhappy, if that works for you, then that works for you. So that's an important question. Is this actually something that works for me as an individual, or is it something that society says I should pursue? You know, like having a family that really values their children becoming doctors. And there's not even a question of what you're going to do. It's just you're one of the gang, so you become a doctor. Same thing. In that situation, I would suggest some people would listen to their parents and say, okay, I'm going to put my own dreams aside and be a doctor and be very happy in that situation. Other people would say, absolutely not. I'm going to do my own thing. And because of that independence, they would be happy. Others, again, wouldn't. So there's no rhyme or reason to this other than, does this speak to me specifically? And that's why hearing your own inner voice is so important, because that's the one that's going to guide you most effectively. And the amazing thing is that on this day, the Queen of Cups is kind of on loudspeaker saying, hey, take a moment to actually look at the things that you're pursuing and have been pursuing, and whether that's worth your time and effort, or whether you want to go in a different direction and pursue something else. Maybe you're content as you are and you don't want to pursue anything, or you want to look beyond this cloud and just go explore. So you have total freedom to choose how you spend your time and energy and focus, and you're able to examine that in a way that's really loving and positive and calm. There's no anxiety or pressure around this, as in, oh my God, I've got, a month left at my job. I've got to find something else to do. And quickly, I've got to come up with something I love. No. So what's interesting, I'm just, again, being reminded of the black figure at the front of this card. you know, I don't know why I'm seeing that so clearly in my mind's eye today, but that shows that the identity or the person isn't in the spotlight. They're being literally overshadowed by their hopes and dreams and all these things that they give their power away to. And I feel like, I feel for me, this is what would make me happy. It's, my cup would be, how can I become more of a self-actualized and self-realized person, and be focused on inner well-being and shining the light on myself so that I feel seen and well and positive, rather than always looking outside of myself as to what could fill a gap. Okay, so that's what I'm getting from this reading. These two allow you to identify what that hole in the soul is. What's the thing that you desperately want that's gnawing away at you? And even better, you understand why you want that so desperately. So a lot of, let's say, the security and power thing, right? If you're, as a child, you were bullied and no one ever listened to you and you were just dismissed all the time, then of course, later on in life, being in a position of power is going to appeal to you because it's unfamiliar. You've never experienced it. And for the first time, people would listen to you. So you see what I mean? So a lot of these things are an attempt to balance something that happened to us earlier on. But again, my experience is that it's only filling the inner cup, and I know that sounds a bit grand, but filling the inner cup is what works, not looking externally, because all of these things are temporary. Finally, the Six of Wands in the middle here, this is a knight who's just done something fabulous, and he's riding back into town, and he's got this wreath here so everyone sees he's been victorious, and he's going to get a round of applause, everyone's happy. So this is someone who pursued something that was important to him. It's interesting because I always mention that this is King Arthur and his search for the Holy Grail. And this point in the quest, he's actually found it and he's going home. And everyone's saying, aren't you wonderful? So again, you see, that's someone who had a desire. I want to go get the Holy Grail. And it's literally, we've got all these cups here. Oh. So that's a Holy Grail. Each one of these is a Holy Grail. And I don't think it's a coincidence that we've got King Arthur in the middle. So I've been going on and on and on about how the cards and how attaining these material achievements and qualities don't fundamentally make you happy because they're temporary. What I'm getting now from the cards is that the Queen of Cups supports you in doing that inner work and that understanding, but this card allows you to acquire this Holy Grail for yourself. So it may not make you happy forever, but the cards are contradicting what I've said so far, because they're saying on this day, there is a window to pursue something that you think will make you happy or that you desperately want. And if you go after it today, you're very likely to be King Arthur, you're very likely to be successful and to come back home with the Grail in your hand. So that's very specific. So for some people, the Holy Grail, the thing they want to pursue, is going to be the emotional understanding in itself. What I said earlier about understanding of what's missing here, what am I constantly longing for, what's causing me pain, and how can I take care of that for myself? If that's the Grail, pursue it, you can be successful. If it is a material thing, pursue it, you can be successful. Just please do remember that it isn't going to make you happy forever, and not to confuse your inner happiness with outside world attainment and achievement. So either way, whether it's short-term happiness or working towards long-term happiness, there's a major opportunity here to, one, understand ourselves better, to take care of ourselves better, to get a better understanding of why we feel the way we do, and then to take really positive, effective action based on that understanding. And with all the water, the feeling I get is what I said at the very beginning. It's like you've got a very positive, warm influence supporting you on this day. So there's a sense of warmth and comfort through all this. So there's no courage required. You feel things profoundly and then feel pushed in a particular direction. So I would suggest go with the flow. It will lead somewhere that's good and loving and healing. Number-wise, we've got 7, and 1 is 8, and 6 is 14, 1 and 4 is 5, and 5 in numerology is freedom. So this is from freedom from emotional suffering, freedom from confusion, and a lack of direction in life. Yeah. Which yeah, is more than enough anyway. Okay, have a wonderful day. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on book your reading to audio reading with me. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please hit subscribe and share the video online. Have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.